All right. So, welcome to Self Improvement Sunday. And I guess before we get started, I'm just going to explain what Self Improvement Sunday is. So, I'm going to challenge myself every week to keep myself accountable and to improve and grow as a person. And in order to do that, I'm going to post a video every week of what progress I've made to become better at what I've done. And I think the main goal of this is not to show like all the new skills I've been learning or, things I do, but more so like a way to reflect, again, keep myself accountable and also to build habits, which I think, building habits and maintaining those habits and growing them is a big part of what makes the journey of self improvement worth it rather than just looking at the end goal. All right, so with that out of the way, let's see, what did I do this week? So this week I was a little bit sick. I'm not gonna lie, so I wasn't able to do too much, but just came back from a trip and I had like a fever and upset stomach. So that's unfortunate, very unfortunate. But I've gotten back into meditating at least once a day. I think just trying to improve my focus and having that ability to concentrate, I found is really helpful, especially the more I just think about nothing, because it really helps me concentrate on one specific thought, especially when I'm working. So that kind of feeds in with also reading every day. So I have two books, but they're not in the room with me right now. So one of them is, I'll put it over here, Random Walk Down Wall Street, and the other is Dune. So just a nonfiction and a fiction book. I'm reading a little bit of either just to, multiple things like expanding my vocab. Again, working on staying more focused on specific things and also just like using that as an alternative to using my phone when I'm, right before I go to bed. And I found like it's very interesting to get back into reading and just I realized I can like focus for a lot longer and big walls of text aren't really that scary and it's easier to I don't know, focus and something like that. Anyways, yeah, so those are like the two habit things I've been working on. Haven't been really able to exercise right now, but that's okay. Today I did today's Mother's Day, so I did a little run with my mom. And I also skated for a little bit and did some abs exercises, just a little bit of core to finish it off, but nothing too crazy. Just working on regaining my strength after getting sick. So, fingers crossed I don't get sick again. We shall see. Let's see what else. Yeah, and the rest of my time I've just been working on. I think the main goal is just focusing on one thing at a time. So, I'm taking a summer class right now for DSA, data structures algorithms. So there's a lot of projects. It's pretty intense, and I found that like I don't have time to do anything else, and it's better to just focus on the projects first before I move on to something else. And it's kind of taught me how to budget my time a lot better, because especially with these projects, you need to design a lot, but that's all just like yada yada CS bullshit that no one cares about. So, yeah, I've had to manage that with all my own personal projects because you realize like you can't really you get to a point where you juggle too much things at once and you can't hold on to that many things at once. And I guess this week, I suppose I've been working on just taking things one step at a time rather than trying to do a bunch of different things relatively poorly. And I'm glad I'm moving forward with this class. I think it's a fun class. I'm excited to see what happens next. And I think one thing I'll wrap up with is like with Self Improvement Sunday, how did I actually get better this week? And so I'll do like, like these little reflections on how did you become 1% better every day or something like that. But since it's been 7 days, we'll make it 7%. I guess that's not right because it's 1% compounding every day, so it probably ends up being like, wait, hold on, I'll just look it up. 1.01 to the 7th. Okay, that's still about 7%. So 7.2% actually. So how did I become 7.2% better this week? I think I took the initiative on something. On Friday, I went to an app-a-thon, so it actually lasts for a week, and it's gonna be so damn hard to manage my time while I'm doing this class. But we're just going to build an app to help a nonprofit in our local township, and we'll see how that goes. I have until Saturday to get it done, so I'm glad I did something and locked it in and forced myself to learn and talk with other people, and I think it's a great development event. I think I'll definitely learn a lot from this, and now what's left is just I got to start building. So I will give updates next week. We shall see. We shall see how that goes. If not, it'll be a lesson regardless. So that's all I have for this week. There's Self-Improvement Sunday. I guess as a way to wrap it up, just I need an outro for this. Oh my god, I'm blanking right now. Don't have a damn outro. I will see you next week. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.